Welcome to my first video in like a year and a half. Due to severe anxiety and some chronic health issues, I haven't had the energy or confidence to make a video. But that all ends now. I told myself, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just gonna do it right now. We're gonna play some create. We're gonna make some cool builds. We're just gonna do it. This is my first really let's play to record by myself. Marz is off doing lots of fun things. They don't have as much time to make videos anymore. They do monthly vlogs, so if you like vloggy content just set to music, go check her out. Anyways, I picked this seed out for a variety of reasons. One, there's a plains at spawn, which makes it really easy to put down a bunch of stuff for early game create stuff, and it's easy to terraform to make flat. Also there is basically every biome within 1,000 blocks. I don't want like a desert like 3,000 blocks away. I like the seed. Got a cute little village over the hill. You'll see in it in a second. This is going to be a create-centered playthrough. Specifically, I want to go for like a solarpunky aesthetic. Like, I see lots of people do steampunk aesthetic with create stuff, but I don't see a lot of solarpunk. But if you do know somebody who is also doing solarpunk create, let me know, because I would love to see their take on it. Anyways, this is very modern. As you can see, one of these mods, it's called Clavis. It's like a lock picking mod for the loot chest. Basically, the faster you do it, the better loot you get. So I think it's really cool. I think it's gonna help with my reaction time too, because you gotta be quick with it. Anyways. This has like a shit ton of create add-ons in here, like so many. Like I was gonna put like all of the mods. I was gonna say all. Oh, yep, there I fell and almost died. Speaking of death, I wanted to try and go as long without dying, but that did not happen. I like died like 10 minutes later from here. And I almost started over, but I was like, no, I like this spawn. I like it. We're just gonna keep going with it. Anyways, back to the mods. I have like a bajillion create add-ons to this. I was gonna list them all, but there's really no reason to. I'll definitely, if you're interested, make a modpack link. So let me know. Anyways, there's a bunch of performance mods and some quality of life mods. There's some like animation and particle things. I have one called Punchy in here that, like, as you can see, the player hand is a little different than it is usual. So if that gets annoying, just let me know and I'll just take it out. Let's see me almost fail this lockpick. Nope, I didn't. That advancement thingy you're seeing is a mod too. I think it's really cute. Oh, mods. Farmer's Delight, as you can see with me picking up these items. Also, I have a bunch of Farmer's Delight add-ons too. If there's one thing you should know about me is I love my freaking food mods and create. So like 90% of the mod packs I make have a shit ton of create add-ons and a shit ton of farmers add-ons. This is neoforge. I usually play on fabric, but a lot of the really cool create add-ons that are coming out recently are only on neoforge. So I'm on neoforge. I was attempting to get flashback to work on here, but I had some issues with a library mod that supplementaries needed, so I had to choose whether I wanted flashback or supplementaries, and I chose supplementaries. I love supplementaries. So I couldn't get flashback to work, but I did find a neoforge port of replay mod, and so you'll see some replay mod shots. Obviously, it's not quite as verbose as flashback, but it'll work for this playthrough. We've got friends and foes. Speaking of that beekeeper villager, we've got this new mob one I found. It's called Barnyard Buddies. It has some cute chickens and some cows and stuff. No, it doesn't have cows. It's sheep. It's some silky chickens, a different type of chicken, a pig. Oh, there's a Pyrenees dog, a Great Pyrenees dog. There's this weird sheep thing with like four. Oh, there's the silky chicken, with like 4 horns. I haven't found one yet, but when I do, it's coming home with me. Anyways, you'll see me punching wood for the first time. I have a freaking iron sword before I've punched wood. Anyways, you saw that I used free cam to like look around. I do have free cam. I don't care if you think it's cheating. I love it. Anyways, what other mods are in here? Those pigs right there, those are from Barnyard. Obviously a bunch of food mods that aren't farmers themed, but it's create themed food. I found a new like mod group. They're like Kaleidoscope and then Blank, and so I'm interested to get into those. It's a different cooking system, like entirely different from Farmer's Delight, so I'm excited to get into that. Also, later in this video, I have like the most helpful create early game tip that I've figured out, worked down in my brain. I had a little help from Hero to optimize it, but I'll link his channel down below. I'll tell you when we get there. What other mods do we have? We have, it's like 90% vanilla biomes. I think I have a couple mods that add some smaller biomes, but not anything crazy. I just wanted to focus on like making some cool ass builds. Anyways, next here in a second, you won't see it, but I'm going to corral these freaking villagers because I do not want them to die. I need them for books. And just my luck, they'll all freaking die. Anyway, I'm cleaning an area, trying to get them to come over here, but it doesn't end up working over here. It's not central enough. They can't pathfind that far. I end up moving it locations. Oh, here, I'm realizing I don't have my cool resource packs on. I found this crate style one. Here I am just turning on a bunch of resource packs. As you can see, I'm running shaders. It's complementary unbound with I don't know that I've tweaked any settings. I might have. I don't know. Anyways, now we wait a million years for the freaking resource packs to load. See? Oh, and look, now it's so cute and create themed. Very cute. Oh, also, I have this thing called Filing Reborn in here. It's like a filing cabinet storage system, and I haven't played with it before, but it looks super cool. So that's about the only other techie mod that's in here. Oh, I do have exposure, like the camera. It's like a camera mod. That's kind of techie, but mostly just create. Going for some stone. I haven't even picked up cobblestone and I have a freaking iron sword. I know I made that joke again, but it's like crazy. I never get that good of chest loot. So this Slavis mod is pretty slay if you ask me. Any other mods that I want to tell you about? Oh, some decoration mods I have in here. Another furniture. That kaleidoscope stuff has some furniture. I also have a doll plushie kaleidoscope thingy in here and a freaking gacha machine. You won't see that in this episode, but I'm gonna set up a gacha. Why am I putting seeds in? I was trying to shift the seeds into my inventory, not my hotbar, but my dumbass forgot I was in a crafting table. So here we go, watch me freaking scroll past when I need 1,000 times, like always. You know you can turn off the ones that you don't have the stuff in your inventory for. Anyways, so what you didn't see, here we fast forward. I got some farms going. I'm building some pens for the animals so I can wrangle them and they don't run off a freaking 1,000 blocks away. Anyways, you see that cool ass helmet I got? I was in the caves mining it up. I died 1,000 times. I was gonna put that in the video, but this video is gonna be like 45 minutes already. So I'm just not putting that in there. Also, watch that freaking creeper despawn. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm building the pens. I think they're pretty cute. I did notice later that I didn't get all of the trapdoors put on because I kept having to go and craft more. Why do you only get 2 trapdoors out of 6 freaking blocks? That makes no sense. Make it make sense. I might add a data pack to change that. Anyways, you can see my crops are fully grown, which is slay. I'm still working on getting the beetroot up, and you see my sugar canes all full. Like, that's great. Okay, now I'm gonna make a freaking speedrunner portal build. I don't do it great. Hero is on call telling me how to do it, but we also talk about other things, so I'm not gonna include it because it's about his upcoming video. So it may be out, it may not be out. I'll link it if it is. Anyway, so I'm putting the blocks in a way that the water can fall and I can use the edge of the water to cast an edge of obsidian. I do not do this right at all. So if you're a speedrunner, you gotta bear with me. It's kind of embarrassing. But I wasn't waiting to get diamond to build another portal because I need gold for some toolboxes and a wrench. Why do I need toolboxes? So I can make an early game create iron farm. As you can see, I messed up placing the blocks, so it doesn't work properly. But anyways, and then I cast the other side. And then here's where I fucked up. Oh, luckily I didn't get rid of all of the lava, which is good. So here I'm trying to figure out what went wrong. But it's literally that corner of water that went wrong. So now I'm trying to explain how I want the portal to Hero, but it gets lost in translation because I don't understand how this works. So, and then I have to place the water again to make it flow properly. And then I'm gonna cast the top, and then I get confused because I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought I destroyed my water and I was gonna have to run back, but I didn't actually. So. Anyway, so then I realized, oh, I have to scoot it down. I have to move that to make it work. And then it's like, oh, I have to dig in there because if not, it's gonna be too small of a portal to light. Like, it won't light. So, there we go. And we're moving the water so we can, oh, boom, there we go. Also, I'm not showing you the disaster that was the nether. All you need to know is I mined some nether gold and some quartz. The rest, you don't need to know. I died, and then I couldn't find my body, and then it freaking took me 30 minutes to figure out where my body was. It was a mess. It was a mess. So, you don't get to see that. But anyways, I'm gonna go light the portal, and it's gonna be cool. Because I freaking speedrunnered this portal. Let's get our create stuff going. Anyways, here's the trick, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to put your trees up. You're just going to put all your saplings in a row, okay? You're going to let them grow up, okay? Then you're going to go through and delete all the saplings that didn't grow. Basically, we're going to trick the create saw into thinking this is one giant tree. It doesn't like when there's like a bunch of logs all in the same row, or it doesn't like when it thinks it's multiple trees, and for some reason the saplings trigger that. Anyways, we're gonna change the block underneath that first sapling into a log, okay? Now make sure everything's connected, and then boom, here we go. Literally all of the trees are gonna come down. So, okay, here's the steps. Let your things grow. Make sure all the saplings are gone. Connect all the areas. And then use the saw. Anyway, so here I am making a starter iron farm. It is by... Hold on. I want to make sure I get this right. It is by UBERSWE. I will link it down below. It is literally the best thing ever. It's so easy. There's no brass needed in this design. It only takes one water wheel. It's great. Using the toolbox is a good way to filter without having brass. Here you can see me messing around with the water wheels because I did it wrong. Anyways. Here, you can see me making an epic river because I wanted some water in here. So, also a cute little bridge. Super cute. Oh, okay. So, this was supposed to be in a replay shot, but I freaking messed it up. So here's me talking in real time. Voice over me will be quiet now, so you can hear what's going on. I messed up. Because I like having a block. Okay, should I raise this up one or have these be in the ground? It's kind of like perfectly like set up. Like, I think these in the ground. It's kind of a vibe, right? No, it will work. It just is kind of hard for... Okay, so so you have it here, and then so you need the things here. So it's like a little tiny... It works. It technically works. You just can't see it that well. Could you imagine if the crate wrench had freaking durability? Anyway, so we're skipping a little bit ahead. I made it the general shape. Now we're gonna get our, like, things that the fan blows through to process. This is a little trick. You can put soul soil or soul sand on the empty blaze burner, and it becomes a haunter / soul sand. Here I'm going to try a campfire to see if I like how a campfire looks better, because you can also use the campfire. Do you think a campfire or the box? Ooh, I think the blaze burner. I think it looks more structurally sound. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Okay, so now we just need to corral the lava. Ah! Oh, I think I need a sign. I think that looks really cute. Look at that. Thanks. Should I bring this down one? Okay, I'm gonna test. Ooh, I think that looks better. Okay, now you get the building process. Like I was saying, I wanted this to be a replay, but then it didn't save properly. And no, that's just how it works. As I was trying to say earlier before I ran out of time, if you have a problem with the cobblestone in this iron farm popping out, like between the chute and that zinc copycat block, just pull the zinc copycat blocks down around the chute, and that should stop it from popping out. Anyways, I just had a fire idea, and it ends up looking so cool. Um, I'm actually really proud of how this little processing area turned out. It's so stinking cute. Um, yes, I do have to make everything look cute. That's what you get when you have a builder and a create girly. So, oh, building tip for create things. If you're just building and you want to make it look more creaty, more like steampunky, solarpunky, use the cogs as decoration and use the random items from the create mod as decorations. Like, it looks so cute. You can also, I've also like powered some of them in other worlds I've played on, but like this one, it doesn't make sense to power anyways. But it just like makes it look all cutesy and like I just like the vibe. This was like the first moment I was in this world, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be stinking cool. Like, I'm so hyped for this. This video is probably gonna be the worst video in this series. So, just forewarning. But I just had to get this first video out to, like, stop being stuck in the mindset that, like, my quote-unquote comeback video has to be perfect. Like, anyways, I'm cooking some more zinc so I can make more of the copycat blocks to finish this fan processing area. The cool thing about these blocks is you can literally right-click them with any block, and it will just turn into a portion of that block. Oh, I did cook, first of all. Yeah, holy shit, it looks great. Yeah. Like, that was the moment I, like, realized, like, oh, this, I can actually make this world, like, super cool. Like, I'm a good builder, I can make cool things, like, also, I gotta keep not gatekeeping my cool builds. Yeah. Anyways, it's so funny. I've got this cool fan processing building, but then there's literally just the press. The right of it. Just by itself. Anyways, we get this cool shot with the sunset, and here I'm looking to see like my different lantern options. But ultimately I go the vanilla lantern, which has been a staple for me since it came out. Like, it's just so good. And I thought about these cages, these caged lamp things, but they don't give off the same kind of light that the lanterns do, and I really wanted that soft glow that the lanterns are. So I end up just going for the vanilla lanterns, even though I'm looking at like all of these different and I tried this sconce from supplementaries, but you can't really, there's not really a good place for me to like place it off of, because you can't place it on the wall because it's a torch technically. And then you see the cool supplementaries wall lantern thingy. But I feel like it's not this, the model is like very different from the vanilla lantern, so like I don't always use the supplementary wall hangy one. I'm trying to find a way to put this sconce in here because it's so cool. I ultimately decide I'm just gonna do the lantern. And then I like to put lanterns off of the shafts. I think it's a really cool look, especially if you have like the metal girder too. I just don't have enough resources to make the metal girder right now, so I felt like it just felt like it was floating off the wall without the girder. Plus, I don't even know if the girder can place off a wall, but I don't have the resources to make the girders right now. So I end up trying a chain later on. Also, I noticed I don't like how it's like looking like it's like floating with nothing on it. So like I try this the trapdoor situation um to make it look like it's not like free floating. And I like how that looks, but I just really like the shaft with the girder, so I'm like, okay, let me try some chains. And I think that was like a good decision. Plus I have an effects mod. It's called subtle effects. It's what makes the lanterns sway and the little particles on it, which I think is really cute. So you can see me miss that jump because I don't have enough. I'm too hungry to sleep, so I wasn't able to make that jump. I'm learning parkour, so now I'm realizing like how it all actually works. But anyways, now I'm gonna just do the same on this side. Of course, having to make trapdoors for the bajillionth time, and here I try to freaking rotate the chain with the crate wrench. Like, sometimes I wish I could just rotate blocks with the crate wrench, but then I was like, that's just a little, I don't know. I can never decide if I actually want that. And then I'm like, how am I gonna place this off? But instead of like crouching over the edge and like shift clicking it onto there, I just use these zinc copycat panels. And then boom, it's finished. I'm in love with it. I think it's so cute, and I'm super excited to get a whole bunch of other things over here. So it's just like this little cute, cozy, but like industrial area at the same time. That's just like the vibe I want to go overall, like solar punky, like nature meets technology. Okay, so now we're gonna build my cabin. But guess what? You know that replay I lost? That also included the first part of this house. And I have the OBS recording of it, but it just takes up too much time, and it's not as cool to see me just like first person building this house. So you missed me building the frame and the roof and finishing with that. As you can see, I'm working on I think they're called gables, if I'm remembering correctly. Here I am trying to fight a skeleton with a backpack because I want the backpack. And yes, I did get the backpack. Also, if you're wondering how I have this light following me around, but I don't have something in my offhand, it's called like belt lanterns or something like that, belt-borne lanterns, and you just hit a keybind and it moves it to your this like basically invisible spot. I do have curio spots in this, but it doesn't go into one of those. As you can see, I'm taking out the roof from where those gables were. Now I'm like building the walls. Really, I just black out when I build, so I don't really have a good way to describe my process for doing this all. I looked at a whole bunch of like cabin pictures, like forest cabins and like ranger stations, because I wanted to just feel like nature has taken over this like industrial area. So I really wanted a cabin. I thought about a ranger station. I thought about a fire watch tower, but I landed on a cute little cabin. And I've been messing with this like A-frame style a whole bunch recently, and I'm quite liking it. My roofs are needing, like, I need to work on making cool roofs and stuff, because that's where I feel like I'm like the weakest in terms of building. Oh, also, in the replay footage I lost, I'm trying to freaking fight this crazy ass Enderman. It's bonkers, but it didn't get saved in because like it'd just be weird to just slap it in here. But I'm just telling. Now I'm working on a ladder up into the second area, and I'm making some changes on the roof to make it look a little more cohesive with this gable situation. And I work on the upper wall. I decided to go for like this like windows, but not windows, because I don't have a lot of sand. I don't think I have any sand. I don't have the resources for glass, and I didn't feel like going out and getting that. So I decided to do this kind of open air window, like, oh, it's like a window, but it's actually just open. I've done it before. It's cute. I like it. That does mean things can get into the house. But as you can see, there's that skeleton, but that's not this. I plan to have this area lit up, so I'm not really worried about like creepers getting in there and exploding my house. Also, pro tip, there's a game rule called mob explosion drop decay. You want to turn that to false. That means when a creeper blows up, it'll drop every single block it blew up. Like, the blocks just won't disappear. That's like my least favorite thing about creepers, is that you can like lose some of your blocks. So if you change that game rule, you don't have to worry about that. If you're also worried about TNT doing the same thing, there's like a block explosion drop decay command. And if you turn that off to false, it just does the same thing. It won't delete any of your blocks. I'm working on these open window thingies. I think they're super cute. I'm working on the inside. You can't see it much, but I'm like making the roof not be so weird on the inside, so it's a little more functional. I don't do the interior in this video. I'm gonna do it next episode. For the 1000th time, I'm making more trapdoors. Why 2? 6 to 2. That literally makes no sense. That makes no sense. Anyways, it's looking super cute. And I was thinking at this point, okay, it's looking really good. But like, I feel like it's all the sprucey brown. Like, it doesn't really give like this overrun vibe that I'm going for. So I run my little ass over to the trees and get some leaves. And I start just placing them everywhere in little blobs. And that was literally the best decision I could have made because it brings it together so much. It gives that overgrown vibe that I'm really, really looking for. Like, I want it to feel like an apocalypse happened and nature has like slowly taken over everything. Um, Kind of like you put like cottage core with like the elements of like nature taking over brutalism structures. I know that like is totally different, but like that's where my idea started. I was like, okay, maybe we do like brutalist stuff that's been overrun, but then like it just feels so out of place if there's just a random like city building in this like meadow plains area. So I decided like we go solar because that's like exactly what I want. Is this overgrown vibe but still has a bunch of technology. So it's like technology meets nature. It's like my favorite aesthetic. Anyways, this is a finished house. I am taking a bunch of screenshots. Oh, there's this mod I have in here. It's called picture mode and it does isometric screenshots. I'll show you one time. But it it does this really cool like top down view screenshot. It was in Minecraft, but in like the in-dev stage of Minecraft, so like really early that it had this like isometric um, top down screenshot style, but it gets some really cool angles. The thumbnail for this video was taken using that mod. So I'm putting some lanterns in here to get some light around here and to like bring it all together. I like varying the amounts of chains to like break up the 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 lines of the pillars and the planks, and then it just doesn't look like there's just like a line of lanterns all around the house. And finally, you're gonna see the backside for the first time. No, I did not pull a green and not finish the backside of my build. I did indeed finish the backside of the build. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you check out the next video because I'm sure it will be better than this one. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please leave them down below. Okay, bye!